Hello everyone, I'm John and this is Just the Gearhead. In today's episode we're going to unbox some parts for the 401 Nailhead and possibly go down to a swap meet in Red Deer. But let's start with the parts. So this here is the starter. Now this was a bit of fun to get because I went online, searched 1966 401 Nailhead starter. Most of the results were for these little mini starters that run, starting price are like $250 in American dollars. Then so if you add in tax and exchange and shipping, they're a little bit more than I really wanted to spend. There's guys selling original ones for a couple $100. There's remanufactured ones out there, but every time I looked up a remanufactured one, they were no longer in stock, no longer being built. So going around looking up what starters could be our replacements for those starters, like different companies make similar ones or they're remanufacturing them, and I came across a website that had one for a decent price. It was down in the States, but I was comparing the photos between that remanufactured one and the one of the originals to make sure it's the correct one. And I'm looking at the photos and it says made in Canada on it. I'm like, okay, well, why am I ordering it from the States if it's made in Canada? So I find out what company's making those, and it's Wilson Electric. So we look on their website, and sure enough, they're selling them. You can't order them through their website, but they'll tell you where you can pick them up. And in Canada, you can get them at like Bumper to Bumper and stuff like that. So I double checked through their website. Yep, claims that it works perfectly, that it's bolt-on for this motor. So yeah, I'll probably put a link in the bottom there because even without a core, I only paid like $90 for it. So it's a lot better deal for me, and it was literally, I just had to drive across town and pick it up. So nice new remanufactured starter, I guess. Not actually new, but let's take a look here. Heavy bugger. But yeah, so matches up. I put it in place temporarily just to make sure that it lines up with everything, and it looks all good, all new electrical parts and everything. So yeah, this should be a nice little starter. And like I said, I'll put a link to the page where I found it, and so if anyone's looking for a starter for one of these in Canada and whatnot, we'll get one of those. So get that heavy bugger out of the way. Alright, next, this should be the cap and rotor, since I crushed the one that's on here. I don't know if you can see that from there, but yeah, I crushed that when I was moving the motor around. So this should be a new cap, and I got a new rotor with it. I just got this off of Parts Avatar. Yeah. What's this? They want a review. And this is my packing slip. Yep. And it's an A-cell cap and rotor. So, looks like it should be the right one. There's the cap. Yeah, that looks about right. And our little rotor. Yeah. So, that's all good. And according to Parts Avatar, this is the correct one for this motor. And it looks like it should be, so probably don't need that box. Now this one is huge, but it weighs nothing. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly what's in it, but it's just kind of ridiculous that they packaged it this way. All that for this. This is the oil pan gasket. because when I took the oil pan off before in the last video, I noticed that it was just pretty much held on with white silicone. So we actually got a proper Felt Pro gasket for it. So when we do go to start it up, we'll put this on, clean up the silicone off of all that mess, and then we'll install all this stuff in a video when we go to start it. I am still on the hunt for the flex plate on the back. I have a couple of places where I might be able to get one. I'm probably going to end up with getting a used one out of the States by the looks of things, because no one around here seems to have one. But yeah, well, as soon as that flex plate shows up, we'll start working on that. Haven't really done much with the Buick because up until a couple of weeks ago, it was still pretty cold here. It's been nice above zero for the last little while, but we still got a bit of snow out there. And it's starting to warm up out here on a regular, so I think I should be able to get back out here and start working on stuff. But anyways, so now we're going to go, I think I'll just throw in some video. We're going to go down to a swap meet today, so I'll throw in some swap meet video stuff, and we'll see if we can find anything of interest down there. And yeah, we'll get back to you. Hey.
I was helpful.
I'm gonna leave that in. All right, so now we're off to the swap meet. Get back to you guys when we get there.
This part of the video is simply to introduce people to Alberta's mud season.
Okay.
You can't tell me I'm wrong. It is Alberta. It is mud season. Not even spring yet, really.
So that was the quick time swap meet in Red Deer. Didn't really find much for the Buick or any of the other projects. A little bit more stuff this year than last year. Definitely more people than last year. Probably because it's a nice sunny day today. Anyways, I'll get back to you when we get back to the city. Back from the swap meet. It was okay. Like I said, there was a lot of people there. A few more vendors and stuff than the last couple years because this is kind of the first or second swap meet really in Alberta for the season, I think. That's the first one I usually go to. It's usually a little smaller. And I think there's another one coming in May in Red Deer that's usually a bit bigger. So we'll probably go down to that one too. Did find one thing. It's a manual for a 66 Buick, because it'll have some of the stuff I need for this motor. So it'll have some of the specs and whatnot in case I run into any problems with it. Figured it'd be a good idea to pick one of these up. I like having shop manuals for all the cars and stuff I have. But anyways, yeah, that's that. So I guess that'll be it for this little video. Like I said, it's probably gonna be a little short one. Hopefully I'll be able to get these videos going a little bit again. Right away here. Like I said, it's starting to get nicer out, so should be able to get them out to you sooner than they have been. But thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. If you want merchandise, there should be a link in the description for my Redbubble page, which has t-shirts, posters, stickers, coffee mugs, all types of stuff in the couple of different designs that I have currently going. So please check that out, and yeah, we'll see you next time.